Hey guys, Sean Owen here, and today I wanted to shoot a quick video on what is KDP Rocket, what's the features, what does it do, and if you should get it. So if you may or may not have heard of KDP Rocket if you are in self-publishing, and it's basically a tool. It's a one-time payment of $97. So usually, with these kind of softwares, you have to pay a subscription every single month. With KDP Rocket, it's just a one-time payment. You get a lifetime access to the tool, but it basically has 4 different features. I want to kind of get into it and kind of show you how it works. But if you are in self-publishing, if you're publishing books on Amazon, for me, in my opinion, it is a must-have tool. When I started using KDP Rocket, especially for my AMS ads, the AMS ads results, the return on investment numbers has skyrocketed for me. So I want to get into that later, but first, the first feature is that you get to find keywords that readers actually type into Amazon. So you don't have to really guess, what people are typing into it. So in the keyword research phase, this is extremely important. For an example, what you can do is just go to keywords and say you want to publish a book in the diet niche, right? And I always bring up ketogenic diet as an example, but you basically type in ketogenic diet here, and if you're in fiction, you just type in the fiction genre for the example. But it'll show you all this related keywords that are actually being searched in Amazon. So starting with ketogenic diet, right? And ketogenic diet free Kindle books, ketogenic diet cookbooks, ketogenic diet recipes, ketogenic diet. So I'm not too sure what the difference is with this ketogenic diet and this ketogenic diet. The competition is, so you get to see the competitor, the number of competitors, and you get to see how many estimated Amazon searches are made for the month. So usually the way I look at it is, if the number of competitors is higher than the actual Amazon searches, it's a little bit competitive to go in. And ketogenic diet, everybody knows it's a very competitive keyword. Usually, this is not always the case. Sometimes the number of searches are lower than the competitor number, and you can still go in and you can still make a lot of money. Just I use it as a reference, basically. In this case, yeah, once again, I'm not too sure what this is about with the difference with this one. But in this case, the demand, the number of Amazon searches per month is a lot more higher than the competitors, right? So it's a very, very profitable keyword, as everybody knows, ketogenic diet is. You just got to make sure that you can rank higher than your competition, and then you can probably make a lot of money. But as an example, right, ketogenic diet for beginners, it's lower than the competition, same as the recipes, cookbooks, but it gives you ideas on like other keywords to target instead of just the main ketogenic diet. So it's a great way to break down a big keyword into their sub keywords and maybe find a hole in if you can compete in, right? So the next feature is you get to discover best-selling book categories in seconds. So not a lot of people know that you can always go back and change the Kindle categories, the paperback categories that you initially selected when you're uploading your book. And some categories are obviously easier to rank than others. When you become #1 in a category, that's when you get that orange bestseller badge in the search results, and also in the product page. I think they show that it's a bestseller, right? And of course, if you have the bestseller badge, it's a massive social proof, and you increase your sale because everybody will see that badge, and obviously, as a social proof, they know that if it's a bestseller, the book must be good, right? So you want to try and get the bestseller badge, and the way you do this is KDP Rocket tells you. So if you are trying to publish a book in ketogenic diet, you can just type in diet, maybe see what kind of categories comes up. Ketogenic diet will, give you all these categories that are related to the search term that you typed in. And what's important is right here, the first one. So the average BSR of the #1 book, and it shows you, 238, extremely tough to try and rank for that. Usually the diet keywords are all really hard, but you get my point. So you get to see the exact BSR for the #1 book. So if you have experience in launching your book, if you know that about what type of BSR that you can get after you launch a book, all you have to do is find a category that has a BSR of the #1 book in that category higher than the number that you think you can rank in. Then you just email Amazon, email KDP with the category that you want to include your book, you want to replace your book in. Get that category, do your marketing, you rank #1, you get the bestseller badge. So it's a very important tool if you want to do that strategy, and it's extremely effective if you can really make that happen. So the third tool, the third feature is you get to learn about other authors and their sales. This is very similar to KD Spy if you have the tool, which is this one. It basically, when you go to Amazon, right, and you search for a keyword, you click on KD Spy, it shows you all the BSR ranking, the average sales per day, average earnings for the day for all the books on page 1. So it's very similar. I don't really use it because I can kind of see the same information from KD Spy, or even just opening up each book's on page 1 of the search results. But if you want to have it organized on KDP Rocket, then you can definitely do that using the tool as well. So the last feature and the most important is the AMS Keyword Research feature. So find profitable AMS keywords fast with this tool. And if you don't know what AMS is, it's basically Amazon's own advertising platform. It increases your exposure for the book exponentially. So it's highly recommended that everybody runs this. And to get the maximum, the best results with AMS, it's actually recommended from KDP itself that you use the max number of keywords you can put in your AMS campaign, which is 1,000 keywords. So if you are trying to get 1,000 keywords for AMS, there's a couple ways to do it. One is to simply go off the Amazon search suggestions. So I will show you how that works. So what you want to do, if you're trying to set up a AMS campaign for ketogenic diet, you can simply put ketogenic diet, and you can copy and paste each of these suggested keywords, right, into your Excel sheet and try and reach 1,000 of this. So you can put ketogenic diet, copy and paste all of this one by one. You can put an A and copy and paste this suggestions, put a B, get all of this, get C, right? And you can keep doing this, copy paste one by one, try and hit 1,000 keywords, or you can simply go to KDP Rocket, click on AMS Keywords, type in ketogenic diet, or whatever phrase that you think people are looking for. If you're trying to publish a book on ketogenic diet, obviously what ketogenic diet is low carb, high protein, and high fat, right? So you can even type in low carb diet and you'll probably get keywords that are similar to ketogenic diet, and it's probably targeting the audience that are probably looking for something similar. So but basically what you do is type in ketogenic diet, and just like that, in a couple seconds the KDP Rocket will show you all of these keywords, which basically did what I just did on Amazon. Manually, it'll do it automatically for you, right? So you have a couple hundred keywords just like that, and even the author name, because you can target author names as well. So all you do is export this into your Excel sheet, and you go back and type in another keyword. So just like I said, we can even try low carb diet and see if we can get a different set of keywords, right? So once this loads, you just go export, And that's another, 200-300 or even more keywords that you can use in AMS. So all you do is you put all of that in the Excel sheet. Once you reach 1,000, you can just copy and paste that in your AMS campaign, and yeah, you can start your AMS campaign. It should be a lot more effective as you're targeting a lot more keywords with this tool. And more keywords means more options for Amazon to show your books in the AMS campaign. So I just want to show you my results. Once I started implementing the AMS, keyword research tool from KDP Rocket and started running AMS. This is just an example, but my best ACoS is 3%, as you can see from my recent campaigns. So I spent $6 and I made $203 in sales, and you can see all of those. So I've been getting pretty good results using AMS keyword research tool from KDP Rocket. So spent $250, made $73. This one is big, spent $136 and made $1,036. So I highly recommend that you use this AMS Keywords tool. I think it's the most important feature out of all of the KDP Rocket, but all the other features is very good too. So there is a chance that KDP Rocket might change into a subscription model where you have to pay every single month, like a lot of the other Amazon tools that are out there. But right now you can get the tool for $97 one time, and you get lifetime access. And if KDP Rocket changes to a subscription model later on, you won't have to pay for it because you secured the product right now at the lifetime access plan. So that's why I highly recommend you get the product right now. And if you are interested in getting it, the link is in the description, so you can get it there. And hopefully this clears up your question regarding the KDP Rocket. Hopefully it was beneficial for you. And if you have any questions, please post in the comments. If you like the video, please like it, subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.